So example 2, what are the values of x and y? As you can see here, we've got a triangle with this segment RT coming through. And this segment has no special properties to it, just some random segment that goes through the triangle to create two smaller triangles, QRT and SRT, off the bigger triangle QTS. And we know that x is what we're looking for, and y is what we're looking for. But we also have up here, this angle up here, we might need to find that to find what we're looking for. So again, you're looking at geometric properties that will help us evaluate or to find these measures. And the first thing I'm going to focus on is x. And I'm going to use this triangle here. Oops. Well, pretend I drew a red line there too. There it goes. It's a big red line. All right. And you can see here that those three angles in the triangle, we have two of the three angles determined. So we know that 78 degrees plus 32 degrees plus x has to equal 180 degrees, right? So again, all three angles of a triangle always add up to 180. That allows us to write an equation. 78 plus 32 makes 110. And if I chop the 110, move it over, I get x equals 70. And once I know what x equals, I'm going to take my picture and I'm going to modify it so it's got more information in it. Because anytime you find stuff in one of these problems, writing the answer is helpful. So I'm going to throw off the x and put 70 there because that's what that equals. Now, what do we know about angle y? What properties are associated with angle y that can help us find out the measure of angle y with the current set of information we have?
It's on a straight line.
It's on a straight line. And this RT, this segment, creates two angles, angle y and angle 78. And since they're on a straight line, then y and 78 should make 180 degrees. So we can use things we already know, because we just learned the angle sum theorem about triangles today, but we've always known this straight line rule for a while. So y plus 78 should equal 180. So if I chop the 78, put it over here, subtract, we get y equals 102 degrees. And that gets both answers. So that's everything we needed to find out. Suppose, just because it's not here, but suppose they have angle z up here, and we just figured out y is 102 degrees. How would I find angle z?
Plus Q.
Q?
75 plus 102 minus 180 minus
75
Or
plus
50, you mean 57?
57.
So 57 plus 102 plus z, those three are in a triangle, right? So we could say 57 plus 102 plus z is equal to 180. 57 and 102 makes 159. If I chop 159 and subtract, I get z is equal to 21 degrees. Another way I could have found z, 70 plus 57 plus both of these angles, right, would be equal 180. That's another fact. I could have said 70 plus 57 plus 32 plus z equals 180, right? 32 plus z being the sum of the two angles up the top. We don't know z, we do know 32. At the point that before we knew z, we should still get z equals 21 out of that. If we try it out, 32 plus 57 is 89, plus 70 is 159, plus z is equal to 180. Got us the exact same spot. So we do got the same answer, z equals 21. So keep in mind, as you find more information, there's more techniques, more ways to find things. So any property that's been studied is allowed to be used. Don't assume that everything in this lesson is going to come from the exact chapter you're in. Sometimes you have to backtrack several sections, several chapters as we continue on in the book. So everything we're learning is going to be used the entire year. Even after we haven't seen it for 5 weeks, it might just jump up again and say, hey, I'm here, got to use me again. So keep in mind, all properties that you learn this year are valid, real properties that can be used at any given time on any problem ever. So make sure you're doing that. as you go through the book, that you're not just learning stuff for today, you're learning it for the entire year. And hopefully as math continues on, Algebra 2, pre-calculus, calculus, these properties still keep showing up all the way through those classes.